Is this camera on me? Is this camera on me? I don't know about you, but I'm having a nice time. The quarantine, some of you are not really having a nice time. Sorry about it. Some of you, you're having a fantastic time. And the reason why you're having a fantastic time is because you've been watching some certain Instagram lives. I know, I know, and you don't need to hide. I know what you guys are doing in it. I know you guys are watching Tory, Swarms, so many different. Hoya, do you have Hoya?
Do you have a hind?
I know some of you were tuned into that as well.
Do you have a hind?
I'm not really surprised, but there's an issue at hand. I keep seeing this recurring thing on the timeline. Some people are not a fan of the way girls are behaving on the lives. You know, I've seen some explicit things, to be honest with you. I think the bottom line and the main issue is, are these lives appropriate? Are these show me your tail, shake your tail, and I'll give you some cash in exchange for that? Does it align with the feminist movement? Does it align with women's liberation in the modern day? These are all questions that I don't really have the answer, because you want to know something. I'm here to share my own opinion. Maybe if you have another opinion, you can share with me. I don't mind to discuss. First things first though, the lashes, same as last video, Eloho from Pink's collection. The baddest lashes in the game. I don't really have much more to say. I think they speak for themselves, you get me? To me, I feel that I like simple definitions. I definitely feel like I agree with Chimamanda's definition of feminism. Let me get it up though, because I can't remember it word for word. Auntie Chimamanda said, a feminist is a person who believes in the social, economic and political equality of the sexes, which, whatever she says, I go with it. Anything Chimamanda says, I ride out for that. On my course, we studied a bit of feminism and we're able to dissect it and divide it into different types. I won't go into every single type because we'll be here all day. There are liberal feminists, there are post-colonial feminists, there are black feminists. They have different interests within the overarching definition of the equality of the sexes. For black feminists, it's obviously the equality of black women and other sexes. For post-colonial feminists, it's tackling issues that women in post-colonial states face, because they're fundamentally different to other countries. What I think we need to just make very clear, yeah, if you're coming on live to shake your tail for cash, is an exchange, yeah. You're doing a job, you're performing a service, and you're getting some cash in exchange. The first problem that I think people have is the objectification of women. Right now we're in quarantine season, everyone is at home, and the first thing that some man thought to do was, let me get some girls to perform activities for me and my friends, you know, for the public. You're literally reducing them to 30 seconds or 40 seconds of shaking. I don't know how long it takes, you know, and it's clear objectification. The other thing that was brought up was, I don't want to draw anyone out in it, but like, people are asking African girls to shake on their live in exchange for cash in it, and I've seen it on more than one person's live, so it's not just one person that's doing it. It was even yesterday, someone actually interrupted one of these lives to come and say that they're exploiting African babes by asking them to come and dance on live in exchange for money. There was backlash for that person's response and whatnot, but I think that from my perspective, the way I understood it is that you're basically exploiting the fact that right now people are in quarantine, and in Africa, yeah, it's not like they have benefits, or yeah, okay, we're in quarantine but we're still gonna pay you. No, if they fire you, they fire you, and that's just the fact of life. So now women are looking for ways to make money, so it could be seen as you exploiting the current situation to get women to, you know, to reduce women to sexual objects for your own gratification, which is highly controversial. Furthermore, I think that when it comes to these kind of things, they're even more controversial when it comes to Africa, for so many reasons. Socially, it's just unacceptable. Like, I think in Africa in general, we're still quite conservative, which is weird because we're really not, but we pretend that we are. So women can come on these lives, do whatever they want to do, having full autonomy of their own body, but once they leave that life, they're still going to be labelled in a certain way, whether on or offline, which is obviously wrong, but unfortunately that is on the back end of these kind of things. Even outside of Africa, because I had to do some research on this, even in the UK, women are considering doing these kind of things in exchange for money because of benefit sanctions. Big up you lot's Prime Minister. Boris J is anyway, whatever. On top of that, there have been some public sector wage freezes. So all these factors are making women consider, how else can I make some quick cash? You get me? Some cold cash. Now, my own personal opinion, everybody knows I'm a feminist to the core. I don't give a flying monkeys, yeah? I am a feminist. When it comes to this kind of thing, I believe that women have full autonomy over their bodies. They should have full autonomy over their bodies, regardless of whatever continent you're on. Because the thing is, yeah, men sexualize women anyway. So if I'm of age and I've decided that I'd like to monetize it, I don't see the problem with that. Let women do it, unless maybe you have some religious reasons or cultural reasons you don't want to do it. But that doesn't mean you should condemn other women who want to enjoy their life, okay? Because listen, it's an honest living. You're making an honest living regardless of whatever job you do, as long as it's legal. I don't get it. I don't get why people are screaming. Before cash incentives were even introduced, girls were coming on live to dance. They're here to have a good time and a nice time. And you know, I have to say, men do rubbish every day and no one chats. Why is it that when women come and decide to have a bit of fun, now it's a problem? I don't really like that, you know. This even links back to the whole thing about female rap, and rappers are female rappers are always talking about the same thing. Men talk about the same thing as well. Oh, I was drilling in the trap with my homies. We're on this trip with my homies, and when one day strip, I backed out my wap, and okay, we get it. You get me? And I'm a drill babe. If you know me, I love a good bit of drill, a bit of OFB, a bit of AMS gang, though I don't mind it. So I know they all talk about the same thing, that it's not a problem. But why is it that women do it? When women do it now, oh, why are they talking about this and that? Allow us to live a bit. Can we have a bit of fun, please? When it comes to anything related to sex work, there are factors that can push women into it. Let's not negate the fact that there are a lot of women who just want to do that job because like it is what it is. They just want to do it. But on the other hand, there are also women who are forced into this kind of work, either from trafficking or maybe even not as extreme as trafficking. I know in America they do it to fund college and whatever. But if there are issues that are pushing women into this kind of work, these are what needs to be tackled. Poverty, lack of security, those things, sexism, those are the issues that people should be using their head to focus on. Because where your anger should be directed at is your president or your prime minister. Why is he not tackling poverty and whatnot? And by the way, even if we tackle it, some women still want to shake. And they have the right to do that. I think that in addition to that, we just need to destigmatize these notions and these concepts about women and their bodies. I think that we've reduced women to the point where we feel like we have the right to tell women what they can and cannot do, what they can and cannot wear. You lot never have the same energy for men. You got to man baffle me, yeah. That's what baffles me the most. Even me, I can't go on live to do that. You get me? But I will cheer on girls having autonomy and enjoying themselves. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, isn't it? I think everyone should mind their business. If you see something on live and you don't like it, you come out of the live. But yeah, that's my own shout. I would like to say a big thank you to everyone for guys, we hit 1k. I forgot. That should have been the first thing I said. We hit 1k subscribers. I'm overjoyed. I'm so happy because I don't make, like, as you guys already know, I don't make like generic content, so it's a bit like I get nervous sometimes when I'm posting or whatever. But I'm just so grateful that everyone's so supportive. Even when people try to come for me on Twitter, people just like back me without me even having to ask that. Just a grateful babes. I thank Jesus the Most High. Jesus gave me 1k. Oluwa, Modupe, thank you, Lord. And thank you guys for buying from Pink's collection. Like, I have a lot to be thankful for. This quarantine, me personally, what I actually have to tell you guys, yeah, apart from what I discussed in this video, obviously this year has not gone the way a lot of us expected it to go, but the year is not over. We're still only in April. All the goals that you achieved, you can still achieve them. You might just have to shift them a bit because of the current climate, but it doesn't make your dreams unachievable or unattainable. There's still so much more to do, and I feel like this is the time where God is really going to manifest in our lives, that he's really going to work through us. You just have to focus, put your head down, put your back into it, you know, and try and get this cash. Okay. That's what I have to say. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.
Do you have me high?